Surgeons put in a titanium rod, and McMahon says his doctor told him he needed extensive rehab at what's known as a skilled nursing facility.
He was more in the 60-day range.
And how long were you there?
I was there 2 weeks when I got notified that I was doing great, and by UnitedHealthcare, I needed to make arrangements to leave.
But McMahon says he wasn't doing great and expected his Medicare Advantage plan to pay for the care his doctors prescribed.
Have you been told that Medicare Advantage gives you everything that original Medicare does? Well, it's not true. A brand new federal investigation is raising serious questions about that claim. The Office of the Inspector General, the watchdog for the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, just released a report showing that the 3 largest Medicare Advantage companies in America denied requests for rehabilitation and long-term acute care at some of the highest rates in the entire Medicare Advantage industry. And what they found should concern every senior watching this video. This is bigger than free gym memberships, dental benefits, or over-the-counter perks. We're talking about the care that people really need after major illness, stroke, surgery, or a catastrophic injury. This is about being able to recover properly and follow doctor's orders without being removed early because your insurance company says that you're healed. Hi, my name's Hannah Skinner. I'm a licensed insurance agent for the Senior Savings Network, and today I'm going to break down exactly what the federal government found, why it matters to Medicare beneficiaries, and why this report is another reminder that planning for extended care may be more important today than ever before. Here we're looking at a report that was released this month by the OIG, which is the Office of the Inspector General. What these investigators discovered is startling and unsurprising to a lot of people at the same time. Inpatient rehabilitation stays at skilled nursing facilities and acute care hospitals are being disproportionately denied by Medicare Advantage plans. For inpatient rehabilitation facilities, the report found that UnitedHealthcare denied about 66% of requests. Humana denied about 54%, and CVS denied about 51%. Other plans averaged about 41%. For long-term acute care hospitals, CVS Health denied approximately 80% of requests. Humana denied approximately 72% of requests, and UnitedHealthcare approximately 71%. Meanwhile, other Medicare Advantage companies averaged about 42%. Think about that for a second. 8 out of 10 requests denied. 7 out of 10 requests denied. These are not small numbers. There are thousands of seniors being told that they will not be covered for days in an acute care facility that was recommended by their doctor. And remember what these facilities do. They're often the places that people go after serious medical events, stroke recovery, traumatic injuries, major surgeries, complex illnesses. This is care that helps people regain strength, mobility, and independence. Without it, you might never get back to your full capabilities.
Did you think 10 months later you would still need a cane to walk?
No, I thought, oh, I'll be back, I'll be walking.
The Office of the Inspector General found that a large percentage of denied requests were later overturned on appeal. In fact, 36% of denied long-term acute care requests were eventually approved, and 43% of denied inpatient rehabilitation requests were eventually approved. Think about what that means. If nearly half of some denials are later reversed, were some patients being denied care that they should have received in the first place? Were there people who never appealed and never got the care that they needed? And the part that affects people the most is that even if your denial was appealed and reversed, how long does that take? It typically takes 5 or 6 days to receive an appeal after you've been denied, and that's on the short end. This report says that 16% of appeals took 10 days or more to receive a decision. So what are you supposed to do for those 10 days that you're waiting for an approval that may never come? Pay for it out of pocket? Just go home and suffer? That's exactly what the federal watchdogs are concerned about. And here's the reality. Many seniors never appeal. Many families don't know that they can appeal. Many people are too overwhelmed dealing with medical crisis to fight an insurance company. So the number of overturned denials may only tell part of the story. If you're on a Medicare Advantage plan and you've been denied, this is your public service announcement that you can appeal your denials, and you have a very high chance of getting it overturned.
So did you appeal?
Yes.
The first appeal was granted, but it only gave Ed McMahon 3 days. He appealed once more, staying at the facility another 2 weeks waiting for a response. He was denied and now owes $11,000. He says he's planning to sue UnitedHealth Group, which did not respond to our requests for comment. McMahon's still hoping to recover financially and physically.
And this is exactly why every senior needs to have some kind of long-term care or recovery care in place. We've beaten around the bush with long-term care for far too long because long-term care was not affordable for a lot of people. Well, now they have new plans that cover a year or less of recovery or skilled nursing facility that are a fraction of the price of a traditional long-term care plan. If you're stuck on a Medicare Advantage plan and you can't get onto a supplement, and being able to recover in peace without the fear of your insurance company is something that worries you, you need a recovery care plan. This is what a recovery care plan costs for a 65-year-old male in South Carolina. If you give us a call, we can look up your zip code and your age to see what your price would be. For this particular case, you can get a $500 per day benefit for up to 90 days with no elimination period, which means that you don't have to wait before using your benefits, as long as you cannot perform 2 out of 6 of your activities of daily living. That's $45,000 for you to use if your Medicare Advantage company says that they want to make decisions about your care and go against your doctor's wishes to stay in a rehab facility. And on these plans, your benefits reset after 180 days of not being used. What's important to understand is that this report didn't come out of nowhere. Federal investigators and us, the Senior Savings Network, have been sounding alarms about Medicare Advantage prior authorization practices for years. Previous government reviews found cases where services that met Medicare coverage rules were still denied by Medicare Advantage plans. Now, this newest report shines a spotlight specifically on post-acute care, the exact type of care many seniors need after a hospitalization, the exact type of care that many families rarely think about until the crisis occurs. And that's the whole point of insurance, isn't it? To be covered for the unthinkable. We often see seniors choose plans based on what they hope they'll use: dental, vision, over-the-counter allowances. But when serious health events happen, the question becomes, what happens when you need expensive rehabilitation? What happens when you need extended recovery? What happens when doctors believe you need specialized care after leaving the hospital? That's when the insurance you choose will matter the most. Don't be fooled by Advantage plans and their promises to cover anything medically necessary, because our version and your doctor's version of medically necessary are not the same as Advantage plans.
Could you dress yourself?
No.
Could you walk unassisted?
No.
Could you walk with a cane?
No.
I want to be very clear. Not every Medicare Advantage plan behaves the same way. Not every denial is inappropriate. Insurance companies argue prior authorizations help ensure services that are medically necessary and protects patients from unnecessary treatment. But what this report demonstrates is that access to rehabilitation and recovery services are becoming a major battleground. And that's something many consumers don't fully think about when enrolling in a plan. Most people focus on monthly premiums. Far fewer think about what happens after a stroke, after a severe fall, after a lengthy hospitalization, after a major surgery. That's where extended care planning enters the picture. This latest government report is sending a message that every Medicare beneficiary should hear. When it comes to rehabilitation, recovery, and post-acute care, not all coverage experiences are the same. The report found some of the largest Medicare Advantage companies in America denying rehabilitation-related requests at some of the highest rates in the industry. That doesn't mean every request will be denied, but it does mean every senior should understand exactly how their coverage works before the crisis happens. Because the best time to prepare for extended care is before you need it. That's why it's important to work with a broker that you trust, that will break down everything you need to know about your plan options so you aren't left in the dark when you actually need to use your plan. If you need a trusted broker, call us. If you think that you can't get on a Medicare supplement, still call us. We might not be able to get you underwritten, but you could have coverage options available. If you found this information helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with someone who's approaching Medicare age or struggling on their Advantage plan right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.